G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 8 of our Gunslinger Purifier playthrough. And, yeah, this is happening again on another character, isn't it? One day I'm going to make an aura character, and it's going to be horrible, and I'm going to hate it, but I'll have started it, and I'll have to finish it. Anyhow, today's episode we are going to be running up the frozen mountain road towards the Tomb of the Archon. We'll probably do the Tomb of the Archon, Fort Ikon, and we'll see how we go with Necropolis. With that said, let's get running. Now this first little section running up the icy mountain road is generally fairly kind of boring. I did just change the metal. I went and got this one from Balthazar just before the episode started, and pretty happy with that, but it did mean I had to use my last augment, my last emblem of the Charging Bull, so I'll have to go and buy some more of those at some point, but for now we are good to go. And also for now I'm wishing I got a Blitz clone or a Shadow Strike clone instead of this one, because they really make this run a lot quicker. So there's a couple different ways you can do this run. The first way is to just ignore everything and run. The second way is to do the totems on the way, which is what I'm going to do because it's a very long time to just watch someone running. So we're not going to do that. Yeah, that was a mistake. Yep, definite mistake. Those big golem dudes are going to throw rocks at me and it's going to hurt, so let's see if we can't thin the herd a little bit. He says as he runs straight into another herd. Alright. Okay. The fire one doesn't seem to throw rocks, he throws a meteor storm, which actually does a lot less damage, so I'm happy about that. Let's see if we can't kill off whatever's left here. A few bugs by the looks of it. Okay, and everybody's dead. Lovely. Anchorite's leg armor. Usually something I consider using. +2 to Vindictive Flame. That's going to be one of these? Nope. This one? It's in here somewhere. I don't know. I don't recognize it, so I'm not sure how relevant it is. You know what? Yes. I will lose the Fireball proc on this, but I did just pick up another one on the Amulet, so I'm not too worried about that. And also, more armor is definitely a good thing. Alright, let's put the seal down, so we can actually use all those skill points I spent on getting it. And then we do like the character's name implies, and we go shooty shooty bang bang, and everything dies. This build has actually really taken off in the last few levels. Getting access to all of the procs and enough levels to actually have all of the weapon pool skills from Inquisitor as well has really helped this build. I think if I did this again, I would probably level with Blackwater Cocktail until 35. At least 35, maybe even 37 to get these guns, and then I would swap. I would definitely not recommend pistols for at least 35 levels, maybe even more. It's one of those things which you can technically do. It's similar to leveling an Oathkeeper. You can do it, but it's not good. It's not going to be fun. Oathkeeper is definitely a class without a leveling skill. It has skills you can level with, but it doesn't really have a leveling skill. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we get any heroes in the middle. It doesn't look like it. I'm just going to walk past all this. We are now at the point where we could do the Hidden Path quest as well. I think I'm just going to ignore that quest. Pretty much starting now. With the 1.2 patch coming in, if you do the Hidden Path on Ultimate, it just gives you all the rewards from normal and Elite. So you do Hidden Path once in Elite difficulty. You are guaranteed... How did that happen? You are guaranteed one of each of the pants, which will generally roll at least one affix that is useful for you. And you get 3 attribute points and 3 skill points for running through it one time. So it seems like if you want to do it on normal and then do it on elite, you can, and you will have the skill points earlier, but it takes you 3 times longer to run all around the world 3 times to get the skill points. So I think I'm just going to skip doing it, basically. And we'll see how it goes. This character and the Paladin as well, I think I'm going to skip Elite completely. I may dip my toes in to just do Act 1 and get some easy devotion shrines. But it does kind of seem like the trade-off is between, if you do Elite, you're going to have the reputation for factions like the Mammoth Resistance and the Black Legion. They will be at Revered before you start Ultimate, but you have to do all of Elite. Whereas if you just jump straight into Ultimate, it is going to be more difficult. You are going to be going in there and doing Ultimate with no faction reputation gear, because there's no way you're going to have Revered with these factions, unless you grind in normal. So it seems like it comes down to a choice between, do you want to do it quicker, or do you want to have access to reputation items from the various factions? And I don't think you can do both, except if you want to do a lot of grinding. And I don't know anyone who really wants to do that much grinding. Let's get rid of these shaman, now that everything's mostly dead. But yeah, I think for this character and the paladin I'm playing as well, I will most likely, I'm going to just jump straight into Ultimate. Can you stop giving me these big golems that are going to stun me and throw rocks at me? It's not fine. It's not okay. Alright, I think I got them all. There we go. That's 2 of these in a row now that's thrown the big golem things at me. And those things are not fun. Alright, so we got some of that. I need to go get that back at some point as well. When is some point? I'm not sure. I am looking for Vitality Resistance. It's the only one that I'm really, like, super behind on. Bleed will be fixed as soon as I get the Silk Swatch back. Let me see about these rings. No, I think we'll keep the rings I have. And that's probably fine. Got frozen there. Alright, so we'll clear these guys out. We'll head into the Tomb of the Archon. I will do my usual trick of running up the road to get the Fort Ikon rift and then rifting back. So the way you do that is... hang on. That's going to drive me nuts. Okay, move to breaks objects. Turn that off. That's just... it's the worst. Okay, drop the portal here, and then I'm just going to run kind of down the road a bit. You know what, we can kill a few of these. Killing Death's Vigil gives us reputation with Kaiman's Chosen. We want reputation with Kaiman's Chosen because then we can go and buy the belt from them that has +1 to demolition skills. The +1 Inquisitor skills belt, there's a dropped and there's a crafted one for every class. The Inquisitor ones are all in Ashes of Mammoth content. The dropped ones come from the Ghost Crabs, and the crafted one is from the Coven of Ugdenbog, so I'm going to have to wait for the Inquisitor one, unfortunately, but we can get the demo one fairly easily. I actually don't remember where the Demolitionist dropped one comes from. It's probably Port Valbury. Yeah, I'm going to say it's Port Valbury. I'm not confident on that, though. Either way, I don't want it. Definitely don't need it. Okay, so, Fort Ikon here. Let's kill these guys off, hopefully before we spawn this. When you run near the Rift Gate, you're going to get some friends show up. You get a couple of waves of these. The last one I think has 2 or 3 heroes typically. But there should be more or less no problem at this point. next wave with heroes. There we go. Only the one hero. Aether Blaze. I feel like I see this guy a lot. Maybe set heroes, actually. Okay, and we are done, question mark? Yes, there we go, turn purple. Okay, and then back to my little rift here. Now, the Order of Death's Vigil is cold and vitality damage, and my vitality resistance is not capped, and I don't have an easy way to cap it. So, actually what I'm going to do is go get that Silk Swatch while I'm thinking about it. There is a section of the tomb where we end up fighting ghouls, and ghouls do bleeding damage, so I do want to have my bleeding resistances capped. Since we're in the area, we may as well sell all of this junk. I'm just not going to use these, so I think we just sell them. Happens every playthrough. I'm not going to use that either. Every playthrough I hang on to items and I think to myself, maybe I'll use them, maybe I'll use them, and then, no, I'm not going to use them. Let's see if there's any vitality. Nope. You can sometimes find, you know, just a yellow ring that has huge amounts of vitality resistance on it. This one, not so much, but it does have some. That's fine. I think I have what I'm going to call enough vitality resistance. Most of what they do is cold, which is capped, and vitality is at 50, which is... yeah, I don't love it. Actually, you know what? This is hardcore. If I die due to vitality damage when I could have just popped a potion, I'm going to be really mad. Especially because I'll be able to go and look at what I have had in the stash, and if there's a vitality resistance potion in there and I die to vitality damage, I'm going to be super mad. Oh, also, as long as we're here, let's do bounties. There we go. Okay, I'm going to speak with Krieg. We did just get a nice new ring, which is... hang on. Just got to do the important parts first. Okay, new ring is actually a metal. Yeah, no. Here you go, Creed. Have a badge of tenacity.
Got something you need stashed?
Okay. Do I have any vitality resistance? I don't think so. No. Well, that's unfortunate. What about you? You got vitality? No. Yeah, I was pretty sure it was going to be corpse dust or soul shards. Okay.
I'll hold on to that for you.
50% it is. That's what I've got. That's what I'm going to have to use. And I will pretty much just have to be careful. There probably is a way I could craft some vitality resistance potions, I guess. I think I have the recipe on this character. But, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Famous last words. It'll be fine. Let's see how we do. The other thing I could do, and if I start taking huge amounts of damage, I probably will do this, is you can just walk away from this quest and come back later when you have better items, better gear, when you don't have a massive hole in your vitality resistance. Oh, there's priests as well, probably. Having said that though, I think we're kind of doing okay. Let's see if we can skip some of this stuff, see how we go. Not really getting punished for this. Though I probably should get punished for this. This is not a good plan. Alright. There are priests in the area. I don't see any of them though, so they're probably not healing things. Okay, nice little hidden stash here. Oh, we got a blue item. That doesn't happen very often. It's actually not horrible. I'm not going to use it, but it's not horrible. +2 to Inquisitor Seal's not bad. 1 good resist is eh. But having said that, the Impervious Incendiary shoulder pads only really have 2 resists on them as well, so yeah. Not great, not bad. It's generally, like, most blue items while you're leveling are gonna fall into that category of not great, not bad. And usually, I'm not clicking this just for the record. Usually blue items I tend to use are going to be things like pants or chests that have high armor, and I'm not really taking them for resistances or anything like that. I mean, there is some items that are like that, where you take them for good resistances, or they happen to have a really good proc, as well as some plus skills you want or something like that. But most of the blue items I use while leveling are going to be things like it has really nice armor and a resistance that I need or something like that. Probably should just keep running. Actually, I definitely should just keep running. The door to the next floor is kind of right here. Okay, so on this floor, we're going to start running into more of the kind of elite Death Vigil. We're also going to find the boss. I think his name is Malkadar, something like that. And he is going to do a lot of damage. Now, because the changes in 1.2 have made sure that boss monsters or hero monsters, boss monsters, specifically ones with skulls above their heads, not stars, they always have their MIs, they always have their non-legendary MIs. And because Malkadar is humanoid, he will be using his non-legendary MI. So you can get some kind of silly spawns of those MIs. And they will use those weapons to beat you. So this could be a little rippy. Where are we actually up to? You know what? I'm going to skip this fight for a moment, and instead we're going to go downstairs and get the Devotion Shrine. That will allow me to finish Soleil's Witchblade, which will give us some fire-resistant shredding. Yes. I was about to say, why do I feel like I skipped a level? And it's all going into Aura of Censure until that is finished. This is where I was talking about earlier, the bleeding resistance comes in. These red pools do bleeding damage. And you don't want to stand in those, just in general, but also especially when you have low bleeding resist. Okay, this is one of the best hidden spoils in the game. Because this wall is here, you actually can't see the chest when you first walk in there. It took me a while to find that one. Okay, nice little regenerator here. Let's make sure we're standing in the Inquisitor's Seal. What do we got? Void Touched as well. So Void Touched is going to be Aether damage on the floor. It does look like we have enough protection from the Inquisitor's Seal though, that we aren't really taking damage from that, which is nice. Alright, and we're coming up on the Guardian of this particular Devotion Shrine. I think I saw him just peek up at the bottom of the screen there. Nakrathan, the Timeless, looks like he saw us. We just kill him, I think. I think that's what we do. I think we just kill him. That was a death. If I hadn't hit the potion at the exact right time, that would have killed me. So don't stand there and let him do that. I thought for sure that wasn't going to hit anywhere near that hard. Alright, there's the Devotion. So if I wasn't in that circle when that hit, I was dead. And if I didn't time that potion perfectly, I was dead. So that was incredibly lucky. It was incredibly stupid to just stand there and tank it. But it was also incredibly lucky. Aether Fire of the Aether. And it adds Aether damage to Inquisitor Seal, and it converts fire damage to Aether. This is actually an amazing item for leveling. If you are doing some sort of Aether-based Inquisitor. So if you were doing Rudnick's Blasters, whatever Inquisitor and Necromancer is, Apostate I think, this would be pretty much perfect. but I'm not, so I'm not. Let's go ahead and get the Soleil Switchblade, and I did initially plan to put this on Bursting Round, but I am kind of thinking Inquisitor Seal. Let's try Bursting Round and just see how it feels. See if it goes off. It is definitely triggering. Does it show trigger chance on here? 15% on attack. I think it's higher than that. So this doesn't have a cooldown, so maybe it is just straight 15%. I think it'll be okay. The other thing I think is that I don't normally walk out of here. Normally I do the boss fight and then I come down here. It does look like we have to go down that way though. Okay, so if we just duck down here, follow around, that's a dead end. Let's actually try putting it on Inquisitor's Seal. So now we're using Inquisitor's Seal offensively, which, I mean, I did kind of make fun of Arcade Life for doing this. It said his character was a caster who just happened to have 2 pistols because he had maxed out Inquisitor's Seal, put a devotion on Inquisitor's Seal, wasn't really shooting things, so I do feel a little hypocritical here. But, is it? It's still 15%. You know what? There we go. I don't think it's fair to make fun of someone for playing a caster and then do it myself. Alright, let's go do the boss fight. Now the boss fight is, again, it's going to be cold and it's going to be vitality. Can I swap anything in just for adding vitality resistance and no other reason? That has some vitality res. I could probably use that. That has some, but I don't think I want to use it. Vitality and bleed, there we go. Chuck that on. I just... it's not a vitality boss, it's a cold boss that happens to do some vitality damage. And I guess I can kite him? What do we got? Slowed. Attack speed slowed, everything's slowed, okay. And what's that? Defensive ability reduction. I think we just keep range and it should be fine. I say it should be fine. It's definitely painful to be that slow. Alright, here we go.
That skill's not ready.
And down he goes. So I probably didn't need to swap those boots, but I did just have a little bit of a scare with the with Nacrothine's meteors, so kind of overcompensating a little bit, shall we say. So Malkadar's Dreadblade, vitality converted to cold damage. Okay, so this is a Nightblade or a Reaper cold weapon. That's actually pretty cool. I've been meaning to play a Reaper for a while now, I just haven't had time. So many characters I want to play and no time to level them all. Alright, let's go ahead and just rift to Fort Ikon, and then once we get there we're going to immediately click on the rift again, and we're going to head back to Sorrow's Bastion. Since we have the ashes, we may as well go turn them in. Now, I think it's the next quest that's going to be sending us into a chthonic area, and we're not going there, so I will see what the next quest is. And if they start talking about Bane Gargoth, I think it is, then we're done. Let's go ahead and equip those rather than selling them. They may let us do the fight as well. Juggernaut, already learned. Okay, what are we up to? Trial by fire. Yeah, okay, so this is the Obsidian Throne. I'm not entering the Void. Just because I said I'm not going to remake this character if it dies again doesn't mean I want to get it killed deliberately. Okay, so that's done. Let's go talk to Inquisitor Creed at Fort Ikon. And then, yeah, we'll go do the prison, and then we'll probably have time to kill Ligorian today. See how that goes. Alright, Praetorian's report. I like free XP, thank you very much. Speaking of free XP, as long as we're here, get a little bit of free XP for... I wonder if I should have left the Explorer set on for those. Wonder if you get bonus XP for them. Yep, I will recover your supplies, no problem at all. Alright, so we're going in here, and we will be taking Aether damage. So I want to take a... don't have one. Pretty sure there's a blacksmith here somewhere. There it is. I want to take an Aether resistance potion. And I do have the materials required to make it, so let's go ahead and make just the one. So 1 Spirit Bane Ointment gives us 3. And that's going to be enough to cap my resistances for when we fight Lucius, which, let's be honest, I probably should have done for fighting Malkadar, but you live, you learn. Or in this case, you live, you don't learn. Alright, let's just kill this Flesh Hulk. These things are annoying. If you try to run past them, they just charge after you repeatedly. It's not a good time for anyone. One thing that should be good about this character is once we start getting all of the other devotion procs as well, we've got a lot of weapon pull skills we can put them onto, so they'll be triggering just from holding down right click, which I'm looking forward to. Thought I had another level up sitting there waiting. In terms of devotions, we are going to be getting, I think Hydra next, but we'll be getting, where is it? The Magi for the Fisher, and we'll be getting Olzon's Torch for the Meteor Shower as well. So that's going to be fun, watching the sparks fly. This seems like it's another one of those builds where it kind of sucks and then all of a sudden it just works. And hopefully we're at the end of the kind of sucks phase of it, and we're coming up to the Todd Howard phase. It just works. Alright. So there's our free dynamite. This is here every time. This chest here always has the Legion supplies in it, so that's one more quest complete. And then we just have to make our way to the end of this little dungeon, and we will find Lucius, who is the one we've been sent here to kill. Alright. There is, this area here is kind of a little secret, but it's kind of one of those things where, is it really a secret? Like, what's in here, really? There's a couple of small chests and some barrels. There's nothing else in here that's actually important. Like, what even is this place? Why does it have a secret door? This could have just been a room? I don't know. I don't understand that room. I don't get it. wonder if we could kill these just by standing in our seal. It seems like the Aura of Censure does decent damage, and then it also triggers all these procs as well. Yeah, we can. So Lucius is one of those bosses where when you're starting out, when you don't really know the bosses yet, Lucius seems really scary because you didn't know he was about to throw meteors at you, you stand in the meteors and you get shotgunned and now you're dead. But once you kind of know his pattern, know what he's doing, he's just completely toothless, and a lot of builds, even on Veteran, will just kill him before he throws the meteors, or at worst you'll have to dodge one set of meteors and like that'll be it. Alright, next level, more points for Inquisitors, or for Aura of Censure. We're going to go on this one until it is maxed out, so another level and a half. And then after that, we're going to put some points in Arcane Empowerment. This will add elemental damage to our attacks, also piercing, but who cares. And then I think we're going to swap back to Demolitionist. But we're not there yet. So let's keep pushing. Alright, where are we? We're pretty close to Lucius now. He's kind of here-ish. So one more little pack of trash over here, I think, or maybe not. Yeah, there they are. Okay, and let's go ahead and drink that potion that I made. I should have drank this before I came in here. Realistically though, it's not going to make a huge difference, and we're going to be fine. So, here's Lucius, and I put my seal down way too far away. Alright, here we go. So we can ignore this one. He'll throw his little balls at us, put goop on the ground, that's fine. This flamethrower we can ignore as well. Now he's going to do the meteors. You kind of reach up, that one there. You'll see that also, I went too early. I should be dead. I should actually be dead from that attack. I dashed out of the Inquisitor's seal, removing my absorption, and then I got hit by multiple meteors. This character should be dead.
Victory.
I'm kind of glad it isn't, but that should have killed the character. I don't know why it didn't. I mean, I guess we have a lot of hit points. The only thing I can think is maybe when you run out, keep the buff for a little bit. I think that's what happened. I think if we, if I hadn't still had that buff, I'm pretty sure I'm dead. So that's twice now in this episode that this character should have died and didn't. So once I'm done recording this, I'm going to go to the shops and I'm buying a lotto ticket. Yeah, this character should be dead. And once again, that is due to a misplay. That was not because the build is bad. That was because I moved too early. And actually, I didn't get sundered there either. Or I don't think I did. I don't remember the big like glowy effect and the noise it makes. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but I don't think I got sundered there either. I think I should have died right there. Especially after all the shit talking I just did, you know. Lucius isn't that scary. Once you know what he's doing, you just go in there and you kill him. He's not a problem. That would have been funny.
Put it to good use.
Save storage.
Alright. We don't need these anymore. We are going to head down. You know what? I'm actually going to kill Anasterio. I forget who it was who mentioned this, but they say that they just kill Anasterio, or Anastasia, whatever her name is, for Black Legion reputation. And I actually never thought of doing that. I'm just going to do it. See how it goes. So here's Anasteria, and we just kill her. There's actually a lot of Aether stuff on the ground though.
Seems I have underestimated you.
Let's see. Despise with the Outcast, that's fine. 150 rep with Black Legion. Can I open this?
Can't open that.
No, okay. There is a dungeon back there, but apparently I don't get to do it now. That's fine. 150 reputation with Black Legion. Absolutely worth it. And we'll go talk to Captain Reeve, who should also give us some more reputation. What do you need? Okay, yeah, Tomb of Korvac. Absolutely, I'll do that. No problem at all. Tomb of Korvac is a really good place to go to get some... Huh. Okay, that makes sense. Tomb of Korvac's a really good place to go to get Chthonian Seals of Binding. And since we are about to come... Hang on, is it this one? It's not this one. Since we are about to come into an area filled with Chthonics, one thing you can do to kind of sort them out, take less damage from them, that sort of thing, is you can make Sanctified Bones and make Black Tallow. And to do that, you need Chthonic Seals of Binding. So, let's go get some. There's one already, we haven't even gone inside. Okay, so we have the quest for Necropolis, and we just have to kill priests. Well, that's easy, I'm going to kill these anyway. Scrap at another seal, very nice, very nice. There we go, quest is now complete, but you know, I came all this way out here. I just kind of want to kill a bunch of them. So let's do that. The Harbingers are a little bit of a problem. They're going to be considerably more tanky, and they're going to shred your resistances, so you definitely want to get rid of them if you can. Let's just go around this pole. The pole's kind of getting in the way. And we're waiting on procs, which is fine. But the damage from the guns is not what kills things anymore. Not that it ever really was. Let's see if we can get... I think maybe 2 or 3 more Chthonic Seals should be doable with what we have left alive to kill. Let's see, here's a nice pile. No seals, unfortunately. I'm not sure why, but this episode I just have this nagging feeling that I haven't spent my skill points. I've had it 3 or 4 times now. It's getting a little bit worrying. Okay, so we'll head down this way, and there is a secret stash underneath one of the bridges, which I also want to get. Again, not because I expect it's actually going to provide any good loot. I just find it fun to click on them. These little stashes hidden under bridges behind block walls and stuff like that. Probably one of the most fun parts of the game for me. And I have no idea why. Like I said, you almost never get anything good out of them. What are you? You're Forsaken. I think we can do a Forsaken. I think, unlike last time though, I'm going to actually clear the area first. Also, looks like they've given up on giving me any seals. Alright, I'm going to stop here. Once things stop running at me, we will go back and do the totem. Alright, here we go. So this is, yep, undead. So this is an undead totem. Forsaken shouldn't be too bad. Let's go ahead and put this one over here, and here we go. So I do want to kill the, what is his name? Ralgar the Eighth Touched. I do want to kill him, because the Corrupted is going to put Aether Fire on the floor, and he's got cages and stuff, and, well, it's kind of done now. But, yeah, those guys are a little bit annoying. Okay, that's that one done. Let's see if we can't find some more Chthonians to kill. Well, I think we're running out of them, actually, at this point. That's a dead end. Just about, like I said, just about out of Chthonians, and we're going to start fighting undead and ghouls. Don't think we actually have to finish this area, though. Hey, there's some seal blinding. Very nice, very nice. So yeah, this is where the ghouls start. Necrolask, I remember you. You're the reason this character's name is different. I mean, technically, I'm the reason, but still. Alright, we've hit Respected with the Rovers, which is good. That'll give us some blueprints if we want to go get them. And like I said, I'm just here for this little stash. Any good items? Herald's Jacket. Now, the Herald set is actually not awful. Kind of past the point where it would be super useful. But just looking at it, I mean, it's an armor downgrade, health downgrade. Resistances kind of don't really matter, so yeah, we'll leave that. And I think now that we're fighting undead and we're level 40, I don't think we need to be here anymore. So, being level 40, 3 more points in Aura Censure. We're up to minus 25% elemental resist now, which is very, very nice. We also have, in the devotions, we have another, what's that, 6%. This will be more. I think it caps out at 15 or 20% fire res. And we also have down here 18. That will become 32 at max level. So we're well on our way to absolutely destroying the enemy resistances. And I forgot to put on my gear. One thing I will say is Spellbreaker Moira here, when you get, I think it's Honored, I think she's the Honored quest, stay away from that one. If you're doing hardcore, you do not want to do that quest. Alright, let's get rid of all this. Oh, this as well. So I've killed a lot of Flesh Warp commanders since the 1.2 patch, and this I think is the second set of the plate mail that I've had drop ever. I've leveled 4 characters. Well, this is one of 4 that I've started and played since 1.2, and I've had 2 of those chests drop. There is something screwy going on with Monster Infrequents, where they drop 100% of the time from hero monsters that have them, or from like bosses that have them. They will drop 100% of the time, but from just random yellow name monsters that also used to drop them kind of semi-occasionally, that has been absolutely gutted. They just don't drop. I mean, they do, but the drop rate has just declined to the point where if I'm looking for an MI, I will go find the boss monster type that will drop it, and I will farm that boss, because just killing randoms and hoping for it, maybe it's that particular MI, well, there's 3, so go ahead and make a liar out of me. But killing the specific type that is supposed to drop it just doesn't seem like it works. Watch it drop another one now. And triple rare. Yeah, I'm not going to use them, but triple rare, they'll sell for a bit more. Same with this armor. This is something that that I'm not going to wear, but would have been good a few levels ago, I think. Alright. One thing you do want to watch out on coming through here is all these little mines. You want to make sure you don't blow yourself up, and you absolutely can kill yourself on those mines. I think my first, one of my first hardcore deaths was actually died to those mines. I don't know if the mines themselves actually scored the final hit, because I was fighting other stuff as well. But the mines were definitely a major part of why that character died. I think my first hardcore death past Act 1 was Zarya and her crystals, which I'm pretty sure is a rite of passage for any hardcore player. Okay, let's move down the road a little bit. There we go. Got another chest plate. I was going to say, do you have another chest plate for me? And then I saw those drop. Nope, no chest plate, but it was 2 of the flesh warped MIs. Alright. Definitely liking the frequency of the procs we have now. When it's just one of them, they don't seem to... I mean, I know they have a set rate, and what it feels like is that it just never triggers. But once you've got 3 of them going off, and you've got a bunch of gear with fireballs as well, the procs start flying, and suddenly the build doesn't feel quite so garbage. It's definitely still... I would call this low damage, but it's actually playable now, which is nice. Alright, where are we up to? Nearly there. Can just skip a lot of this stuff. Can I get another chest? Nope, I can get another hat though. Oops, I didn't mean to place that. I just meant to run past, I swear. Okay, Sulkar, the Storm Scorched. Do you have a chest plate for me? No, you've got a blueprint though. Alright, and welcome to the Gates of Necropolis. And this is actually where I'm going to end this episode. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.